okay, but I know we can make it better, and that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. Welcome back to another Summit Life episode. We're going to be tackling the audio system in my Lamborghini Gallardo. If you guys know me, you know that I love cars and I love car audio. I am not an expert at all. I am definitely an enthusiast though, and I've been installing car audio systems in every single one of my cars since I was 16. The Gallardo comes from the factory with 4 speakers, I believe. 2 tweeters and 2 6-inch speakers. Don't quote me on that. But we are going to be adding a new aftermarket head unit, which should provide much more power and a way better screen and Bluetooth functionality. And we're going to be adding a subwoofer to the car. The door speakers sound pretty good, and I know that if the door speakers don't have to hit those low notes, they will sound even better. That's why we're going to be adding a subwoofer into the Gallardo today. I know you guys saw the thumbnail and the title, and you're probably scratching your head and thinking, what the heck could he possibly have invented for the Lamborghini Gallardo sound system? Now, I do want to give a little bit of background here. The Gallardo has almost 0 storage space. There's almost no space in the cabin whatsoever for storage or for a subwoofer. Most people, they take the little storage space behind the seats and they make a giant box, and boom, you literally have 0 storage. But I am proud to announce my buddy Brad and I invented the best, the smallest, the coolest subwoofer enclosure for the Lamborghini Gallardo, and it takes up 0 cabin space.
Check it out, guys. This is the Lamborghini Gallardo subwoofer enclosure, a 2021 edition. In fact, it's their only edition. You're looking at the only one, but check it out.
So this is it right here. This is a subwoofer enclosure specifically designed for the Lamborghini Gallardo, 1st and 2nd gen, the LPs as well. It looks kind of crazy because this is specifically designed to fit in a very, very tight space inside the car. This was completely designed on the computer in AutoCAD and then 3D printed.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and assume that this is going in there.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
good job. Now, what do these do?
That's a terrible question to ask me. I will be of no use here. But you know what I will do?
What?
I'll go get you some food. Are you hungry?
Oh, yes, yes. Go get some food and I will see you in like 30 minutes.
Sounds good. All right, have fun. Don't wreck anything.
Okay, I won't. Make sure my burger comes back safe. So the 3D printed subwoofer box is such an ingenious design and idea, and I'm going to take absolutely 0 credit for this design. My buddy Brad actually designed that, and he is right here with me. He's going to be helping me install the head unit and the amp and the sub and the wiring and pretty much everything. Gonna try. So like past projects on all of my cars, I like to have a game plan set in stone before we actually work on the car. That way I know I have all the parts and everything ready to go. But right here we have our new head unit straight from China. The coolest part about this head unit is it actually looks identical to the OEM head unit that's in there right now. So yeah, as you guys can see, it looks almost identical to the head unit that's in there right now, which is perfect. Then we have all of our wiring right here. Then we have the speaker box, you guys know about that. We have the amp. This amp is sick. It is super tiny, single channel, 600 watt amp from B2 Audio. You guys know B2 Audio. I put all their audio stuff in my truck. These things are awesome. In fact, that right there is a 3D printed amp rack. And then we have a 6.5-inch B2 Audio subwoofer. This thing is nice and tiny, but it's literally the biggest sub that we can fit in the Gallardo. And if this looks familiar, it's because there's 2 of these in my OBS outside. The very first step for us is we're going to get rid of the OEM head unit. That piece of garbage right there, we're going to be taking that out and wiring in the new one. Just to give you guys a visual, this subwoofer box is going to be going in here with the subwoofer facing the center console and the amp rack up, and it's gonna go slide right in there just like that. But like I said, we have to do a little bit of customization to make room for it. I'm gonna be the first to say, I don't know exactly what's going on inside the dash of a Lamborghini. I've never actually done any electrical work on the Gallardo, except for the underglow, you guys know that, but that was like super easy. So Brad actually has installed a head unit on a Gallardo, so he's gonna take charge of the head unit part, while I take charge of running the power and ground wires. So what's first, boss?
So we're gonna take out the bank of switches, and then we take a couple of keys that come in the kit, we slide the radio out, unplug it, easy peasy.
Wow, I like how you called this a bank of switches. I love that. Wow, that was like a little too easy. All right, while you're finishing that, I'm going to get these little key tools. So the key tools will be right here in this bag of assorted whatevers. Right here. Those look like keys to me. So you put your hand back behind it, you scoop it, and you just yank it forward, and the whole radio head comes out. So that was extremely easy. So if you see, this is the old janky original. It's actually pretty decent for the age, but it is definitely outdated, and here is the brand new one. You can see the screen is much larger, not scratched up, and it's gonna be HD, but you can see the general design of it is almost identical, which will keep the OEM look that I want.
All the lights light up like factory. Your maps are updated. Does Summit Auto Lab even show up on that?
No, it does not. In fact, most things do not show up on this. Boom. It could not be any easier. This is crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I wish every car project was that easy. Like literally plug and play. Whoa, what are you doing up there?
Just ripping apart your car. We're gonna install a GPS screen up here too.
Yeah, nice. A TV screen that pops up.
Yeah, or
and plays music videos.
It's either that or we're just gonna put the GPS for the navigation up there.
Oh, the antenna? So that was real easy. We just ran the wire out behind those air vents and out here. So pretty much this is plug and play. We're pretty much almost done, ready to test this, and then we get to the fun part, the custom subwoofer box. Moment of truth. Hey, it does work. So we got all apps. Nice, we have Acrobat. We can read some files. So it's basically a tablet. Food, food. Look at that grease.
Let me tell ya. My whole car smelled like Cajun fries thanks to you. Yeah, I made sure that they knew who they were making their burger for.
I bet they were
Clayton
honored.
Stark.
Yeah, the Clayton Stark that nobody's ever heard of. Those burgers were so good, but behind the scenes, we've been kind of tackling the next step, which is really boring, and that is tapping into the Gallardo's OEM rear camera control module. I think I got that right. This is not really a how-to on how to do it. If you want to know how to do it, Brad actually has the best write-up of how to do all of this on Lamborghini Talk, the forum online. I'm gonna link that down below if you want a step-by-step. But we're gonna move on to the next part, which is actually what I've been really, really excited for. We need to make room down in there in the passenger footwell to fit the new subwoofer enclosure. We're gonna be removing this bracket and this bracket. They're just some bolts that need to be taken out. And then here is the ECU, or one of them. There's many ECUs in the Gallardos. We're going to be unbolting it, unclipping the wires, and actually moving the ECU from here to up in there. There's just enough room to get it up here, reconnect it, and that frees up this entire area for the sub box. So we got all those brackets out, and we have an update right here. The backup camera should work. Boom. The head unit is ready to be installed, but before we install it, there's one last thing we need to run, and that is the RCA audio signal wires. While the radio head is out, we need to run it from there down into the footwell. Wow, we are making such great progress. We ran the RCA cables. They are just sitting here ready for the amp. Now we need to run the power and the ground wires. They're not gonna be that big of a deal. We're running 8 gauge because we're only doing a 600 watt mono sub, so it should be sufficient. We basically just need to go from here in through the firewall to literally just like a foot right there. After we ran this first power wire, the ground wire was just as simple. We just ran it back in there. We haven't cut it to length yet because I'm not exactly sure how much length we need. Everything is all set and ready to go for the amp and sub. Brad is working on it right now. He actually designed a amp rack as well. So the amp rack bolts to the sub box. The amp sits upright and the wires just go right below.
On our 3D printed box, the reason we went this design, obviously we have better flexibility in terms of what we can make for the space that's available in the Gallardo. If you look inside the box, you can see there's ribs all around that give it some extra structural rigidity, as well as a few different contours inside so that it gives it a lot of strength. It's actually just as strong as an MDF box that would be significantly heavier as well. We've got all the hardware pre-installed on it, so it's ready to literally drop the sub in, tighten it down, and it's not gonna rattle or shake or go anywhere. Perfect.
We got the sub in the enclosure. It is ready to go. Unfortunately, Brad got a call from his wife and had to head home for the night because it is about midnight. So that leaves me to wrap the project up tonight. I wired up the amp just to make sure everything runs properly. It turned on. I think all that's left to do tonight is move the ECU up to its new home above the fuse panel. and put the trunk back in the front here and clean up all my tools. I got it. I can't believe I got it. I spent about an hour getting that ECU up into its new home up behind the glove box. It's such a tight fit in there, but it does fit. And it's very, very snug, but I got it all in there. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go hit the hay. I'm gonna wake up fresh and early tomorrow with Faith, and we're gonna wrap this project up and let you guys hear what it sounds like. Good morning, it is a new day. Right before I picked up the camera, I decided to do a test fit of the speaker box and the amp rack and the amp. Everything fits really, really nice. That part is kind of self-explanatory. You pretty much just put the box here and slide it back, and then once the box is there, then you put the amp rack up in there with all the wiring. It's really, really simple. Let me show you. So we got the box in there just like that. The subwoofer has plenty of room. If you look up, you can see the amp rack and the amp all wired up in there nice and snug. So I have not actually turned this on yet to make sure all my connections work. That happens way more than you think. You put everything in and something went wrong. So let's test this out. The radio I know works, but let's make sure the amp turns on. If it turns on, I think we're good. Let's put away some tools, put the trunk back together, and then we will do a sound test. Good sign, that works. Now we just need to make sure the amp works. The amp has a power light right there. Then when you turn up the volume, it should turn on. Boom, we got power. Let's call Faith down by ringing the doorbell. Hello.
It's just you.
It's just me. It's done.
Oh, it's done. It's working. Nothing was broken. There's no possibility for the car to light on fire.
The lighting on fire part, time will tell. But I don't think so.
That doesn't make me feel good. Okay, well, let's hear it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
It turns on.
Ooh, that's a crisp screen.
It turns on. There it goes. Okay.
Got Apple CarPlay? Is that
We
what that
have wireless Apple CarPlay now. So this is the same song I played at the beginning where it kind of sounded a little bland. Go ahead and shut the doors. You ready?
Yes. Oh. Wow.
Put your feet up there.
Oh, wow.
Feel it?
So this is what I heard rattling the whole apartment complex last night.
Yes.
I was like, gosh, they're dropping bombs down there.
So it actually sounds significantly better than it did before. In all honesty, it does. I doubt our mic is picking it up properly, but my theory definitely played out. So because we have a subwoofer, the low notes are taken up by the subwoofer, not the door speakers.
What do the young kids call it these days? This is bussin'. The subwoofer is bussin'.
They do say that. Okay. I mean, that is something that they say, but
it's bussin'.
This is a bop. The sub's bussin'. Yeah, so it works.
Sweet.
And then what else do we got here? We got, so we have navigation. So you can see where we are. We're at our shop. On here we have a gallery too. We can look at some photos. Oh.
Is that Vin Diesel?
I don't know.
That's definitely Vin Diesel.
Oh, it's a movie.
That was definitely Vin Diesel,
yeah.
Okay? It is Vin Diesel.
All right, we got, which one is this?
You want to watch a movie tonight?
We got Fast and the Furious. Came straight from China on our radio.
Sweet.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, surround sound.
We have surround sound. There's only one last thing to do, and that's put the carpet mats back in, and you can see how the subwoofer will literally disappear.
Are you guys ready to see a magic trick?
So that's the coolest aspect of this new subwoofer box that we designed, Brad and I, is it literally takes up no cabin space. You do have to modify behind the carpet pad a little bit, but once the carpet is in, you don't see anything.
Look at you guys, little Einsteins, inventors.
That's me.
You little Thomas Edisons and stuff. How does that feel? You're all done.
Finally.
Now we need to clean the car. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, there was a
bunch of ash on it.
There was a fire down the street from us and it's covered in ash. So that's pretty much today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But like I said earlier, this subwoofer box actually comes as a kit that Brad and I are going to be selling. The kit comes with a 3D printed box, a 3D printed amp rack, the subwoofer, the amp, and a wiring kit. And then you just have to get the head unit from China. I will link in the description below where you can email us if you're interested in buying one of those kits, and also the write-up for Brad's wiring diagram thing on the forum. But we're gonna wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.